So today I've been taking a nice walk. So I've realized that anytime someone is around my energy, they don't know how to act, they don't know how to speak, they don't know how to do things normally. Like, they act very offensive and they act very upset with themselves and walk away. I've just had people get out their seats and walk away from me because they couldn't handle what I was saying. Spiritually, mentally, and physically, they couldn't stand me being there. So, I've looked up a lot of chosen one videos, and they say that sometimes when you're chosen, people can't stand you. The only reason why they can't stand you because they live in a work mentality. They think that life is a hustle and bustle of working, sleeping, and eating. They don't use their spirituality. They don't use their intellectual thoughts of what they feel. They feel like the society that they're in is the society that builds them, when it's possible that it's not. If we look differently in different situations and stop putting our personal feelings in things, we would live a better life. We would live a better mentality, a better way. And speaking the truth to others that are around you, it hurts their feelings. I don't get why. I don't get why it offends others, but now I get it, because when you have a different purpose in life than working a 9 to 5 and going home and sleeping and not living what you want to live, they see you as different because they're not different. But they have a little bit of a difference inside of them that's squealing to come out, but they don't let it come out. They don't let it shine. They don't let their personality that they had once when they were a kid become them as an adult, because we live underneath a contract of the law to say that these things that are meant for us in life are bad for us. Thou shalt not do this. Thou shalt not do that. So people are attaching themselves to that mentality when we all have our individual feelings about things and should not be held accountable, because karma is the reason why we have bad luck and then we have good luck. The bad luck is when you keep on doing things that will catch up with you, and the good things will give you purpose and divine power and money and circulation of things that you need. And that's all in the universe. It's all a stated fact in the manifestation of the Bible. So anytime I state that, anything that you put out to people is going to come back to you. That's why they say, thou shalt you pray not against, but to give them power within themselves to know their purpose. Not everybody knows their purpose. They just abide by the rules. And that's not how life is supposed to be. We're supposed to all be creating together and making and building and enriching our culture, especially those of brown descent should have more empowerment. It should not be an issue for change. It should not be an issue to be out of your skin or feeling uncomfortable about things that you feel that is right. I've had people just stare at me and not like the thing that I said because it offends them. Like, they ask me questions like, what are you doing? Like, when I come back to the park, they'll ask me oh, what do you usually do? Like they ask me personal questions, which are none of their business. But I'll let them know that I come to the park to write. I come to the park to speak. I come to the park to enrich my feeling of American citizen, of how people in different cultures should have their own different sayings and beliefs and their own mentality that should not be squashed by each other or put down by each other. That's not how the world is supposed to work in God's eyes. But the devil's eyes is full of sin and temptation, and that you fall for that. We are living in a world of sin. But mistakes are bound to happen. So the more we judge each other, the more it's going to encourage sinful ways within each other. That's why you have to forgive one another and understand one another. Like, I'll have someone just get angry because, like someone said, it just pulls the demons out of them that they already felt, that they had inside of them already. Which it should not pull the demons out of someone. It should pull the good out of someone, to know that someone is speaking out on something that is true and real in life. And everyday issues that you see on the news, someone speaking out on the everyday issues and how we can solve it together by being a different type of person. But people get offended. So I was literally sitting in Starbucks today, and I'm making a video out in like the nature, because I love nature. This is the land of like me breathing and being myself. I had someone saying, if you just stop talking, everything will be okay. And he's a Starbucks worker behind the counter. And I said, if you had the balls to tell me that in front of my face, that's your issue right there. And that's people's issue right there, that they build up all their stress and they don't have an outlet for their stress. They don't have anything they can do about it, but just cuss each other out and involve themselves personally. You being special offends a person. You being not special is the way that your mentality is thinking. It's not anybody else's. So don't let people put you down, because they still have to figure out what they're special and good at. It could be speaking up on things, because I'm good at speaking up on how I feel. I've always been like that. People get offended because I'm young and I speak out on my feelings. But I've seen a lot of shit go down. And I'm Cuban, so I've seen people hate each other in each other's culture because they are taught that mentality to bring each other down. Because they come from a place of the lowest of low, and they have to bring themselves up from that place to be good citizens, which is very hard. Because life eats you up and spits you out. That's what it literally does. So you have to be the better person than being eaten up by the sin and spit out. You have to be bigger and better than that. So when they see something special inside of you, they don't know how to act, because you have a purpose. Each one of us do. Even if you're going to work and you're a nurse and you have to take care of someone that's been hospitalized for weeks, it shouldn't define who you are personally if you make a mistake. But personally, that's who you are. That's your purpose of being somebody, to help someone's aid that needs you. Somebody will just randomly hate on a person, and I never understood why does that happen. I get it now. Because they don't like themselves. But you have to rise above that. Even when you're at work, like, you can't let anybody bring you down to who you really are, because it makes you a person that you aren't. Like, I'm not gonna lie, working a 9 to 5 to me is like hell, because I have to listen to what everybody says, what everybody does, how people's energies are coming in at that moment, how they feel shitty or not. I'd rather have a flexible income to be able to know that I can come to work, and if I miss a day, oh well, so be it. The boss is gonna just get mad, the coworkers are just gonna get mad. There's a million bazillion people to take up your shift, but then there's people that want to get mad when you missed one day, when there's billions or zillions of people that need that job. I never got it. So it's probably best to be flexible and start standing on your cause when work is making you feel this way. It's making you feel stressed. Humans aren't supposed to be stressed. Scientifically, it ruins your brain cells. Scientifically, it makes you age. So people have all these scientific facts that they've researched for billions and billions of years, decades and decades, but no one is acting upon it. Everybody is just dealing with it. And it should not be where we have to deal with it. It should be an empowerment of change. I'm just like sick and tired of it. I really am. I've seen people work their whole lives away just to support their kids. And they're not doing what they want to do, but they're doing what they have to do. It's not always good for doing what you have to do. It's good to do what you love. I walk every day, I see homeless people. those people are like, they have so much potential, but they can't act on their potential. They have to work at a fucking Burger King to get somewhere. Not everybody wants to flip burgers. Some people are better than that. Some people want to invent things. Some people want to do things differently, make businesses. But you have to work from nothing to something and then have a business and then start all over again. It's like a loophole that is never ending. You can't make one slip up, one mistake. When you make a mistake, the world's out to get you. But you have to change your mentality within yourselves and fight to what you feel like. That should happen. That's why I speak on shit. Like, people get mad when I speak on shit. It's too fucking bad. Oh well, kiss my ass. My Cuban ass. Fuck off.